Good morning, everyone. Ryan Howe here with Small Business News. Looking forward to today's show. It's got some interesting things we're definitely going to be covering. So glad to have you here if you haven't been here before. My name is Ryan Howe. I am a small business coach. I work with small to medium sized businesses to help them grow their businesses faster than they ever thought possible. You can learn more at someofbusinessguys.com. We'll check that out in a little bit. Yeah, today is May 8th, 2024. Had to check my notes. It's one of those days, I can just tell you. And yeah, today we're going to be covering just a couple things today. And for those again that aren't familiar here, what I do is I share information that I research and share with my clients every single day. I take a portion of that information and I share it here live on the program here on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you haven't followed me on Facebook, please do as well. Think you'll enjoy it. Also, this is live, so I do have a live chat that is available. That if you have questions or concerns, you can hop on the chat, and there to help answer some questions live on chat as well too. So today we're going to be covering yet another small business survey that decided to, excuse me, another small business survey that has just dropped, and uh, talking again about where the concerns are at and what small businesses are focused on. So we're going to see that it's out of Axios, and then the algorithm at Instagram has updated. It's new, and it's more the TikTokification of social media that's happening here. And I do believe that it is going to be a big benefit for those individuals who are willing to focus on their basically their reels, their vertical shorts type of environment. So your reels on Instagram, but also you'll hear me talk about YouTube Shorts and TikTok as well. Finding a way to focus on those is going to be there, and the algorithms are now setting up to reward those individuals who are willing to make content specifically for those reels. So we'll take a look at that as well. So the algorithm did change. So again, as I mentioned, my name is Ryan Howe. I'm with again, Summit Business Guides. For those of you who are not familiar, you can go to summitbusinessguides.com, learn more about what I do. You can learn, again, about the business, some of the businesses that I do help here in the local area. I'm out of West Michigan, but I do travel. I have clients around the country. I got Basham and Scott up there in Maine. Do great work up there. Going to see them later in the month. Matter of fact, we've got a good meeting scheduled to take care of some serious businesses they've got. I'm looking forward to seeing them again. You can also get on here and see my latest video that I have here, as well as on Facebook. Ways to keep up with me. So again, be sure to check that out. I think you'll be happy with if you're curious about what I got there. All right, so let's get into this first piece here, which is going to be let's see here. What do I want to start with? Let's see how this zooms in for you here. Okay. Small biz owners worried about inflation, but happy to be entrepreneurs. And that has been my experience for most of my time in business, is that those individuals who are entrepreneurs love being an entrepreneur. And unfortunately, the cost of business is going up, and they're working to figure out how to do that right now. So that's what we're working through with a lot of my clients. And, let's see what it says here. So, share of small business owners who say rising costs of select items are significantly impacting their business costs. So, and here's the thing: labor, uh, commercial insurance. These are the percentages of the 1,259 that they have in here. Commercial insurance, goods and inputs, employee benefits and health insurance, accessing capital. 57% are upset with it, basically are concerned about the cost of accessing capital, which makes sense, where rates are at the highest they've been in a long time. And according to the latest information they've got from Fed Powell, Chair Powell at the Federal Reserve, excuse me, the rates are going to be staying high for significantly longer than people thought. Inflation's sticky; it's going to be here, so the cost of capital is definitely going to be a thing for a while. So, additionally, things that we want to be looking at here are also rent is another piece too. So, small business owners are preoccupied with stubborn inflation and economic uncertainty, as the general public yet may still embrace entrepreneurship, warts and all. Why it matters: a slowing economy and stubbornly high prices have exposed a growing divide between Wall Street and Main Street. Major benchmarks are close near are close to record highs. Yet, small business sentiment has been far less buoyant ahead of November's hotly contested elections. Driving the news again, American Express latest small business survey found that Main Street is struggling to navigate multiplying economic headaches, with price hikes and cash flow topping their list of concerns. However, a whopping 95% remain overwhelmingly happy as business owners and are in it for the long haul, according to the data. About 60% expect their business to be a long-term venture that lasts at least 5 years. Nearly half see longevity as a long-term objective. Meanwhile, 84% are motivated by personal passion, the data found. And again, that's been my experience with the small business owners that I work with. They love doing what they do. They love taking care of me, having that intimate relationship with their customers and their clients, their guests, and be able to have that one-on-one, be able to impact people in that way. The issue that they run into and why they bring me in to work with them is that transitioning that passion and that love of that work into a business they can eventually sell. Like, that is one of the main reasons I'm brought in, is a lot for many of these small business owners, what they've effectively done, and most are in this case, because about 66% of all small businesses fail to sell. When they close, they just close and that's it. Those jobs are lost and it goes away. What typically happens is you'll have a small business owner who has created a job for themselves, not necessarily a business with any sort of equity that anyone is willing to basically buy from them. So that is what they do when they bring it to me. We work on setting up the actual business so you can sell that and sell the underlying business, cultivate that equity, and then be able to sell from there. But with that, they're all motivated. They love what they do. So let's get into this. Between the lines, a separate survey from Goldman Sachs last week revealed that small business owners feel as politicians are talking enough about Main Street entrepreneurs. Politicians don't care about small business. Just pretty be blunt about that. Just understand that is not their concern. That's only election fodder, and they're only ever going to sprinkle just a little bit of, every now and again, a little word here and there, just to try to keep people happy. You know what I mean? Just keep you quiet. They're really only concerned about the larger businesses that are the ones that fund their campaigns. Just keep that in mind. Nothing new there. I'm not saying anything you haven't heard before. But just understand, a staggering 81% of the 10,000 surveys cited rising labor costs as having a significant impact on their business decision. Then over two-thirds also cited insurance and good costs. So with that, just understand what you're feeling as a small business owner is pretty normal. You love what you do. You would rather be a small business owner who's struggling, or a small, obviously you prefer to be a small business owner that is thriving. But if you're struggling in your small business, or you're just getting by, or things are going well, but you are concerned about some costs that are rising, or staying high, you're not alone. It's pretty much where everyone's at this point. There's a lot of uncertainty where the market's going to be. It does look like I would expect there to be some dips coming up, and then possibly some significant issues later in the year. But beyond that, things look good for small business. Like, as always, it's going to be small business owners looking out for themselves that are eventually going to get us over the hump here. So let's get into this next spot here, which is going to be, what did I click on here? There we go. From Inc.com. Again, as I mentioned before, as always, links to all the articles that I discussed in the video here are in the description. Go check it out. And I always recommend, please go and check out the source documents, these source videos the source articles that I talk about. So you can go and again, read for yourself and go back to this. So let's get into this. How Instagram's algorithm tweak could help small businesses. This could be a big boost for companies that rely on social media to reach customers. It may be time to adjust your marketing plans. Absolutely. Look at that. Got a little purse, got some belts. All right, let's see what she's going after here. So back when big tech search engines were the principal filters that decided what internet traffic went to which sites, shaping many companies' digital marketing efforts, any change to the search algorithm was big news. Now we're in an era where social media platforms are the main support for influencer marketing, and millions of small or single person businesses use these apps to advertise, sell products, reach customers and clients. So when Instagram says it's tweaking its recommendation algorithms for its popular Reels short video piece of the platform, it's worth paying attention to. Absolutely. Anytime that you do hear a change in the basically in the way that they are adjusting these algorithms, make sure you have some sort of notice somewhere on your email where you're searching for this on a consistent basis just to make sure you are staying abreast of what's at. I'm constantly looking to see how the algorithms are adjusting because I'm advising my clients consistently to make sure that they are staying on top of how the algorithm is changing. So in this blog post, the link is directly right here, Instagram explains that historically its systems work so that creators with large followings and aggregators of reposted content have gotten more reach in its recommendations than smaller original content creators. That principle shapes many companies' Instagram marketing strategies and why its creators and influencers are so keen to drive up their follower counts. More followers means more eyeballs on a real advertising particular product or service. Right? They've got, i.e., influence. They influence a large number of folks, so they have the ability to, if they want to push something, it's going to get in front of a large number of eyeballs. However, Instagram now says it's reconsidering the selection preference, mainly because they're getting their butt kicked by TikTok on the shorts. It's important to correct this to give all creators more equal chance of breaking through to new audiences. Cue some dramatic changes to Instagram Reels content recommendations. The biggest change is that the ranking algorithm that Instagram uses to put content in front of users has been adjusted. Now, when an eligible video is uploaded, that is a video that doesn't violate any of the usual terms, conditions, it will be shown to a small audience that, again, that we think will enjoy it regardless of whether they follow the account that posted it or not. As the small group interacts with that content via likes and comments, the other piece is how long their eyeballs stay glued to that particular reel. Or if they're just swiping away, not going to get anything. But if they spend time on it, the algorithm is paying attention to that. Then the top performing set of reels are shown to a slightly wider audience. Instagram is also emphasizing original content over reshared or re-uploaded content. That's because, as the post explains, it takes a lot of time and effort to create original content, so users who upload innovative material should get credit and distribution when it is reposted by other accounts. The algorithm change really only applies to Reels right now, but it's still significant. Social media management, Hootsuite estimates that some 140 billion of the short video clips get viewed daily. Good Lord, that's a lot. And influence marketing platform Hype Auditor found a few years ago that Reels result in the most social engagement or the most reach on Instagram. And then they get into it. This is hardly surprising given the impact of TikTok has had on the social media world. TikTok is centered on short, pithy, really pithy, not so much, catchy video content, really pushed for the format for the main screen. Reels was Meta's, again, unashamed copy of TikTok. Now that TikTok is facing down a ban, which they won't be banned. But YouTube Shorts is going to be the one that's going to benefit the most from that. Just FYI, if you aren't sure where to put your time, that's the one. The new algorithm changes, however, mean that if your company is thinking about partnering with a social media influencer, which you shouldn't, the change also de-emphasizes reposting of reels, which is a big piece here. So don't repost, plain and simple. And I'm going to give you the advice that I give to every one of my clients in the small business world. You want to be posting reels. You want to be posting YouTube shorts. You want to be posting on your Instagram. You want to be posting on your Facebook. That's where the vast majority of your hits are going to come from right now. For two reasons. One, the reason I say YouTube shorts is Google is the number one search engine on the planet. The number two search engine on the planet is YouTube. Okay. So, and Google owns both of those. Okay. So, but with that, sorry, my Android just picked me up saying Google. All right. Anyways, the YouTube. So if you are posting on YouTube shorts, you have a much better chance of showing up in basically in the search engine, in the search that your customer and clients are having there, and potential new customer and clients are going to have. But also, YouTube Shorts is picking up in a lot. It's growing fast because everyone has YouTube on their phones. And now they're using the Shorts feature and they're having it there. That's one of the things I do for my channel on YouTube is I do some shorts for my business stuff, which is here on some business, again, small business news. However, on the afternoons, this channel is gardening stuff and yard work and things like that, where I'm around on my property, and I do a lot of shorts with that. And I can see they have completely TikTokified the YouTube Shorts algorithm now, to where I am getting more views on original content that is capturing people's attention. Same thing with my clients. Now that's with YouTube. Now over on Facebook and Instagram, Facebook is still the almost. I mean, 2/3 of the world has a Facebook account or something to that effect if they're not on WhatsApp. And then same thing with Instagram, a lot of eyes there. Instagram is still the go-to choice though for certain demographics who are looking, basically your main consumers, depending on what your product or service is. So you want to be on there. Understanding reels and just doing those short video formats is so very important. And the thing I will tell you is, what you need to do if you're worried about doing it is, don't worry. Just do the videos, put them up. It doesn't matter if they're terrible or not. You're going to learn how to get better at them over time, because uh, your your followers are going to interact with you, and you're going to see which ones do better, and you're going to learn from it. But you cannot learn what basically your guests and your clients and your followers like, unless you give them content. And you got to change up the type of content, and specifically on the that vertical filming for reels is so very important. And with this change that they have now, they are giving you, the small business owner, the opportunity to get in front of so many new eyeballs just by putting your content out there. And if it's good content and you learn what works with your clients, it will find those other guests and those other clients that that didn't realize you were out there. It will find them organically because you're making good content. So take full advantage of that. If you have any questions or concern about how to do that, and you're not sure how to get started with all those things, it is something that I do. I do work with my clients on their marketing strategies, how to get in there and how to use that. So if you're curious about learning more about how I might be able to help you out there, go to summitbusinessguys.com and check that out. So with that, today, May 8th, had to get, this was an interesting day when I was researching yesterday and then in this morning about stuff to talk about. The fact that we have even more surveys coming out talking about uh, how small businesses are feeling, what they're dealing with, leads me to believe that it is definitely top of everyone's mind. They're really trying to figure out, okay, where are you at, small businesses? Are you guys doing okay? Are you making it? And overwhelmingly, everyone is dealing with high input costs, be it labor, equipment, inflation, basically your goods and your products that you have to get, or any additional service you have to have. Everyone's dealing with that. However, the vast majority of small business owners are still loving what they're doing. So that is if that's where you're at, that's absolutely great. Love to hear it. Just keep in mind that things are going to be changing, and just make sure you are very aware of those costs, because when they start to snowball again, which I think they're going to do as more of Europe is coming out of a recession, they're starting to grow. South America, Asia is going to start turning around here again. Your inflation is going to be coming back again. So make sure you have a strategy to deal with ever increasing price of goods and services, at least for the next year. I can see it just continuing on. And then last week, we just talked about Instagram. Their change to their reels algorithm is just another impact of TikTok that is having on here, which is rewarding the best content first, then whatever the high follower, then to the followers after that. So if you can, which all of you do, again, vast majority, you have the ability to put some content out there that's fresh, original, and is 100% you, that your clients, your customers will eat up and love. You just have to get out there and do the videos. Okay. So I guess that would be it for today, is just get out there and take those videos. I think you'll enjoy it. With that, thank you for stopping by. Hope I earned your subscription today. Again, you can go learn more about what I do at summitbusinessguys.com. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.